Am I the a-hole for expecting my very rich sister to pitch in on my wedding after she said she would? Hi all, I am a 35-year-old female and my mother married my stepdad when I was 17. He had a daughter from a previous marriage, Ellie, female 29. We were never close because when they moved in with us, Ellie was super clingy, would always follow me around and basically stalk me in my own home. Your typical know-it-all, barely left the house, so basically had zero friends that weren't online. So Ellie managed to graduate early and get into a really good college on scholarships, then got a master's there as well. She's in engineering and her college is like apparently one of the best ones for engineering. So straight after graduating she was earning a crazy amount. She's been rubbing this in my face ever since she got the acceptance letter. When she was home she was always wearing the university hoodie, always talking about what she's doing at college, sending videos of robots and shit into the family group chat. Now that she's earning so much, it's shit like her paying off our parents' car loans for Christmas or getting extravagant gifts for everyone. We had a few fights about it, but we always made up. So now on to this year. I got engaged last year in February to my fiancé, male 32. I asked my sister if she would pitch in and she said she would help out. Knowing she had the money, I got to plan my dream wedding. I was so excited about planning our big day. That was all until I showed her the plans and she pulled the rug from beneath my feet. Asked me how I'm paying for it. My husband and I didn't go to college and are not high earners, and I reminded her that she said she would help. She's now saying that she won't help pay for it and she will at the absolute most pay for my dress. I told her it's unfair of her to lie to me and only tell me after planning everything that she isn't actually going to help. She blew up at me over us not being close in the past and blaming me for it. It takes two people to bond. But she claims everything's my fault. We argued for a bit and now she's not even paying for my dress. All the wedding planning I've done has been for nothing now. My parents are split, with my mom saying Ellie needs to honor her word and let me have the wedding I planned and we all pitch in what we can afford. My stepdad is angry I asked her in the first place and dug up some old arguments from when I was 17. Am I the a-hole for expecting her to do what she said? So OP wants to know if she is the a-hole for wanting her stepsister, which she claimed was clingy with no friends, to pitch in for her wedding. Stepsister that now has a high-paying job, and let's not forget she was a bit annoying for doing things like paying off their parents' loan. Let's read some of the comments and I'll tell you my thoughts. This person writes, "You're the a-hole." Someone saying they'll help with a wedding in no way indicates they'll just pay for the whole thing. Just because she has money doesn't mean you are entitled to it. And when dealing with wedding budgets, you should always find out what people are actually willing to spend and not count on the money until it is in your hand. You and your mother are delusional thinking Ellie ever agreed to, or should have to, pay for your wedding. Another person writes, "I'm so confused where does I'll help out becomes here's a blank check for you to plan whatever you want." And all that after she doesn't have a single kind word to say about her sister. This person writes, "Yeah, that's the crux of it. Help out does not equate pay for ridiculously extravagant wedding." I'm guessing OP has always been bitter and saw this as a way to recoup some metaphorical lost earnings. Another person writes, "I even think it goes deeper. When OP and the sister were living together, she didn't care about her and made fun about her being a nerd. Well, the nerd got into a good college and a great job. OP not. Asking for money for her wedding is pure entitlement. You're the a-hole." This person writes, "If OP was 17 when stepsister moved in, she was just 11? Of course she's going to try to tag around behind a cool high school sister after apparently never having a sibling." From the tone of the post, stepsister was proud of herself and honestly did the same thing I did in college, except I had to use snail mail back then, LOL. The responsibility of OP not attending college, even for an associate's in arts degree, and not being a high earner by age 35, belongs to no one in the family but herself. Her mother's an a-hole too, frankly. And now for my thoughts. Stepsister said she would pitch in. Maybe you should have asked her in what way. Because pitching in could mean buying some drinks, paying for the hall, or like stepsister said, paying for your wedding dress. This story is similar to the story where you offer to pay for someone's meal and they decide to order a more expensive meal than they normally would. You planned a lavish wedding you could not afford and expect sister to be willing to pay for a huge chunk of it? OP, you seem very entitled to stepsister's money. I suggest you plan a wedding that you can afford and apologize to stepsister, make amends, and accept the wedding dress she is willing to purchase for you before that offer is no longer on the table. So, OP, you are the a-hole in this situation, and on the a-hole meter you scored a 6 out of 10. We've come to the end. Do you think OP was the a-hole or not? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Please like, share, subscribe for more. Bye.